Hi everyone, this is part 2 of the awareness exercise I taught you the other day. And by now you should be doing this exercise 4 times a day and realizing that you can have a different perspective of presenting yourself in this life, of where you are, your presence. And that you're able now to see a difference. It's only been 2 days, but if you're doing this 4 times a day, you will be recognizing a difference. If you haven't started this yet, go to the previous video on this on my channel. And this is because we are at the time where everything changes. And for you to journey through this time in a good state in your life and to make the right decisions, you need to have a higher perception of the now moment and not be clouded by your expectations and your past experiences. So having gotten ourselves an understanding of what it's truly like to feel present, although it will be very quickly over, and you will have realized this by now, because we're at the beginning of building that pattern within you, that system that is alerted within you. It takes 21 days to start building that permanence of that pattern, that memory. So today, what I want you to do is be able to be in the presence of the higher perception in all the tasks that you do in your life. And this is a part that's really lovely about this teaching, is that we can do it whatever we are doing in our life. And what I've got here, look, a little knife that I use to cut all my vegetables. And being a vegan, I cut a lot of vegetables and a lot of fruit up. And this is one of the ways when you're preparing meals, you can anchor this exercise onto your food preparation. And what you do is you bring yourself into that state of awareness by quickly running through your feet on the ground, your clothes on your body, all of the parts. Go back and play that video again. And what you're going to be doing is quickly running through that and then placing your attention on the blade of the knife. So where our perception was going into being on the sounds that were immediately in our room and not judging them, not labeling them, and then further out, weren't we? We were doing that in the exercise. Now what we're doing is we're placing our consciousness in between that blade of the knife and the vegetable that we're about to cut. It's an amazing experience because you should be by now, even though it's been brief for you doing the exercise for a couple of days, you will realize that you cannot be in fear and you cannot have thoughts running around your head when you are in the now moment. It's a completely different state. And we're going to get it so that you feel weird when you are out of the now moment. Not that like now, you probably feel weird when you come into that extended state of presence in the moment. So this is cutting your fruit, so you're cutting your vegetables. So at the point of the blade, now think about this when you're writing. So when you're writing and doing your work of the day or just making some lists that you need to make, you're going to anchor it on the point of the pen, in between the point of the pen and the paper. Okay? So this is another extended time when your human technology is going to be remembering and building the pattern, the memory of this different state, because you're not doing this in normal life. The only time you will know about this is if you've been in extreme situations when we do go into that emergency. And for that fleeting few moments, what happens is we can do things we never thought we could do because we're in a state of emergency. But we're going to do this so that we are normally in this extra state of higher perception. So for the next couple of days, if you're a painter and you do painting and decorating, I want you to be at the tip of that brush. If you're a gardener, you need to place your consciousness, your state of higher awareness at your fingertips in between the tips and the plants that you're planting. The other thing I'm going to tell you here, which should not be missed, is that when you are in the now moment, you experience bliss. All the people that I have taught this exercise to over the years, the last 40 years, love that this is what happens. Some of them went on to use this in their lives and began to build such an amazing pattern there for themselves, an incredible pattern, not a bad pattern, and a habit, that they could be a lot of the time in bliss. And then people would be saying to them, as they often say to me, why are you so happy? What in your life have you got to be happy about? It's not about what I've got, what I don't have. It's about where I am, where I can pitch my consciousness, and it becomes natural. So start with these things, whatever you're doing in life. If you're helping a whole team of children, then be at the point of your fingertips. Tomorrow or the next day, I'm going to do part 3, and I'm going to teach you how we use this with how we speak, which is another amazing technique. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe so that you get the next video. You probably have to press the notification button as well. And please like the video. I would love for this to go viral around the planet so that we have everybody into a higher state of awareness for the upcoming times, which are going to be so important. We're also going to talk about that in the coming weeks. Bye for now.